Music artists and entrepreneurs, what's good? Mike Sarge here from MikeSarge.com, and today we're going to start from the very beginning. I'm going to talk to you about how you can jumpstart your music career, how you can put it on the right path of a good one. This is going to be the first video of at least 3 or 4, so you want to make sure that you tune in. You don't want to miss this one, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's work. Salutes to that. Alright, so I'm not trying to waste y'all's time, so let's go ahead and get to the nitty gritty. You want to have a successful career. This is obvious, this is made obvious because, well, you're watching this video. Alright, so you're not one of those people that are just talking about it. You actually want to do well, you actually want to be successful. Now, before we get into the nitty gritty, before we get into the meat of the video, there are 3 things that I want to mention that might have you reconsider whether or not you want to keep watching this. And these 3 points that I'm about to make, they're really just based off of one premise, and that's honesty. Honest point number 1 is be real about why you're doing it. Like, why exactly are you trying to be a successful artist, right? Are you trying to, make money? Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it for other people? Regardless of what that reasoning is, go ahead and figure that out right now before you even get started. Be honest with yourself. Second honesty point is something that I mentioned in my last video, and that's you have to understand that if you really want to have a successful career, you have to invest in yourself. And that's not just music. That's if you're an entrepreneur, period. If you're an author, if you're a musician, producer, engineer, you have to invest in yourself. So I give some key points on this in my last video, and somewhere around here, you'll see a little bullet point that will allow you to click on it so you can watch that one. And honesty point number 3, this road is not easy. I know everyone just thinks that, anybody can rap or anyone can sing, anyone can make beats, but to be real, it takes a certain level of dedication, a certain level of grind to be successful. It's not easy. I mean, it might feel like it at first, but are you going to keep doing it when family members don't support you? Are you going to keep doing it when friends don't support you or coworkers or whatever? Are you going to keep doing it? Are you still going to want to do it? Are you still going to want to do it when there are things that you need, but you might feel like you don't have the budget for, you don't have the money for, when you're not getting gigs, no one's hitting you back, no one's emailing you, things like that, when you feel like there are people that you think you're more talented than, but you feel like they're getting most of the opportunities, and you feel like they're politics, are you still going to want to do it? So again, I just want to give you guys some quick pointers, some quick honesty points before you watch the rest of this video thinking, this is going to be easy, piece of cake, all right? Now, if you're still watching this video, obviously you're taking it seriously enough. So let's go ahead and get into these main points so you can go ahead and jumpstart your music career. All right, like I said in the beginning of the video, this is going to be the first video of probably 3 or 4 other videos in regards to your music career. But this very first one, I'm going to focus in on your identity and your brand. If you don't get this right, everything else after is going to be pretty difficult and it's going to give you a headache. So pay attention. All right, one thing you should focus on when it comes to your identity is your stage name. Look, your stage name is basically your artist name, your band name, your producer name, whatever you go by. It's basically your alter ego. All right, so one tip I would probably give when it comes to your artist name, your stage name, is make sure, 1, it's something that's easy to remember, 2, something that's easy to spell, and 3, easy to pronounce. Let's take Gary Vaynerchuk, for example, one of the most successful entrepreneurs there are. Now, he was very smart when it came to his brand name, because if he had to spell out Vaynerchuk every time someone asked, people would probably quit halfway. So what did he do? He just cut it short. Gary V. Everybody remembers him or knows him as Gary V. So in the same way, please make sure that your artist name, your producer name, whatever stage name you have is easy to remember, pronounce, and spell. And be sure to not pick a name that's super common or a name that could be related to someone else. If you're not really sure if the name that you want to pick might be related to someone else, take it the simple easy route. Just look it up on Google, look it up on iTunes, YouTube, and see what comes up. If you see a huge name, a huge star under that name, that's probably not a name that you want to go under. But if there are a few people that are under that name, but you feel like you can beat them out for that spot, then go ahead and take that name. But come up with something, if you can, come up with something original. And also, if you have a simple name like John Smith, it probably wouldn't be a good idea to use John Smith as your, say, singer name. But if you have a middle name with an L in it, John L. Smith, then you have a good chance of standing out because, I mean, how many people can you name that have an L in their name, and their name is John. John L. Smith. Yeah, I'd probably check them out. But I'm different and I'm weird. Anyway, basically, just get creative when it comes to the name and make sure that it makes sense. Also, I need to talk to my rappers for a minute. Your name does not have to have this super in-depth meaning to it. Like if I'm talking to you and I see you on stage and I'm like, oh yeah, hey bro, like your stuff was dope. Like, hey, what's your name?
Yo, my name is Sauces.
Okay, Sauces, I can rock with it. Hey, cause you got the sauce, you know, you killing on the mic, you cooking, right?
Nah, bro. I meant sauces. Bosses, but take the B off and add the S.
Okay, what does sauces mean?
Hey, bro, you don't understand? Sauces means searching out sad sisters everywhere, son.
What? Basically, just remember the acronym KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. All right, the next part we're going to talk about are the genre basics. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a very simple question, right? What genre are you in? What genre of music are you in? And then once you answer that question, what subgenre are you in? Now, if you can answer the genre question but can't answer the subgenre question, that's all right. There are many artists that didn't figure out what their subgenre was until they got some songs under their belt, or maybe an album or an EP under their belt. So it's okay if you don't know what your subgenre is. Now, if you're a little confused about what exactly a subgenre is, I'm going to give you a quick example of this. So as a hip hop artist, I'm going to give you a hip hop example, but it still applies to all genres. All right, let's say I wanted to be a rapper. Okay, so my main genre is rap. It's hip hop, right? But examples of subgenres will be trap music, or conscious rap, or boom bap, or Christian rap, or even nerdcore. Those are all subgenres of hip hop. For those of you that don't know what nerdcore is, it's exactly like it sounds. It's people that literally like they rap about nerd type things. So whether that's video games or certain TV shows, anime, things like that, that's what they do. And a lot of those artists are really, really good and they're really, really dope. So if you had no idea what nerdcore is, now you know. Now, I give you these examples for hip hop, but the same goes for the other genres. There are subgenres for rock, pop, jazz, etc. So again, make sure you know what genre you're trying to be a part of, and then check out some subgenres and things that you might want to be a part of later. Now, the reason that this matters so much if you're trying to jumpstart your music career is because you're going to need to be involved in that community and know what's going on. So whether that's the latest trends, how production's changing, how people are singing a certain way, or how people are rapping a certain way, what's big news within that industry, within that community, you need to know things. And to be real with you, it might even affect the name that you go by. Let's compare singers and rappers when it comes to their names. Rappers can go by names that aren't necessarily related to their actual government name at all. They can go by Little Money Bags. They could go by Bread Up. They could go by whatever they want to. Whereas most singers, their real name in some way, shape, or form is attached to it. And the final part that you need to focus on to get started is your story. All right, let me ask you a question. You're trying to be a producer. You're trying to be a rapper, a singer, a band. What in the world are you talking about? What in the world are you singing about? What in the world are you rapping about? What are you doing? Like, what is the vibe that you bring? What is the element that you're trying to bring to the world? Or if I can be more blunt, what is your story? Have you started thinking about that? Have you started thinking about the things that you're going to be talking about? Well, if you haven't, let's go ahead and get on that. Start brainstorming on some topics that you want to talk about, things that you want to bring up in your music. It could be past experiences. It could be trending stories. It could be anything on your mind at that moment. It could be about that one time you were driving and someone almost hit you because they were trying to beat the light. Whatever it is, it could be literally about anything. Go ahead and start drawing that up. Start thinking of things that you want to talk about. I mean, keep it honest. You're going to be the one writing these lyrics. You're going to be the one playing your instrument, making these beats, rapping. You're the one who's putting in the time and the effort. So go ahead, start figuring out right now, what are you going to be talking about? Now, I get it. Sometimes people feel intimidated and they're like, look, I don't know what to talk about. Talk about what you want to talk about. What you want to talk about. Like if your friends just had Pizza Hut last night, write a song about Pizza Hut, about what you ordered. Did you get a drink? How was the attitude of the person that delivered? Did you leave them a tip? like write that song if that's what you want to write about. Make a song, make a beat, write a book, do whatever you want because it's your world at this point. You're the one creating, you're the one who's made the decision. Look, I'm jumpstarting this career. So go ahead and start drawing up ideas. Now, I did figure that there'd be a few of you that are like, oh my gosh, I still can't figure it out. I still don't know what I want to write about. I can't figure out what I want to play. Calm down. Calm down. I figured a few of you would be freaking out around this point because either you're brand new or you've been doing this a while and you're just running out of material, you're running out of ideas and you're unsure what to do. Don't worry about it. Again, I got you. I decided to leave you guys a special gift at the end of this video, which you're at. So basically, if you check out the link in the description, I have a list. I have a list for you guys of topic ideas that you can write about for your songs or for your beats, just ideas that you can do on a regular basis. And every time you get a block, you can go, oh, let me go back to this little sheet. Let me go to this little list and see if I can come up with more. And maybe you don't use a single idea off of that list. I'm cool with it. But it might spur something that you want to do. And I'm fine with that. Oh, and did I mention that this list is free? Yeah. So I'll go ahead and hop on that. So that's it, guys. We're literally at the end. That's it. This is the first video on how to jumpstart your music career. This is just the beginning. Again, this is the first video of a 3 to 4 part series. I'm really excited to get this one started. I know you guys have been asking for it. So we're literally starting from the beginning. Next week, I'm going to be talking about equipment and your gear. You don't want to miss that one. But before we get to next week, what you guys think about this video? Did you like it? If so, go ahead and hit that like button, then hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I drop a new video. Also, if you have ideas for a topic that you would like me to do in the future, make sure you go to the bottom in the comments and leave a comment for your boy. I do read them, so I will add your suggestion to the list. And as always, be you, enjoy your life, live authentic. Salute to that. Catch y'all later.